Hey everybody, I just decided to do it anyway, because I don't know, I just didn't even feel like trying to figure it out. So anyway, Season 4, Episode 13.5, somehow. Countdown for you. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, but like... I do like that they're spending more time with each villain. Like, you could probably go back to Stardust and watch my complaints in that, and be like, oh, wait a minute. Like, that's all stuff that's fixed in, Golden Wind. So, I'm trying to look over this now that I know what everyone's stands are. No one's got chain powers yet. I wonder if she has a power. I'm gonna bet that she does. I feel like they already addressed that she does, but I don't remember. And if she does, it's either chain or sand based, because those are the other motifs that are common in the intro there. As much as the flying guy's ability is fart based, so I'm probably not right at all, but you know. Was this like a filler episode? Like, the fuck is this? I feel like this is a clip show almost, you know? Like, back in like the 90s, they would do like episode. Yeah, this. So we never addressed why that was a thing. And then he does the weird stand thing. But back in the 90s, they used to like be able to like make episodes work better. They would just like have episodes that were just like, you remember that time that we did such and such, and they'd just take a clip from another episode, and that would allow them to like get through strikes and stuff like that. Is this that? So he can just like punch them into next week. I forgot about that as part of his thing. It's like, seems unrelated to his other abilities. I guess it's recontextualizing this episode for us. Like, they're just going like, hey, do you remember all this shit that happens? Because it's important. That's what this episode is, isn't it? But it also feels like filler, because I've already seen all of this shit. You can... almost just watch this episode then. It feels a little disjointed and weird to watch it like this. If you were to just go like, okay, you want to get caught up on what's happening in JoJo so far, just watch episode 13.5. It being called 13.5 is like a Crunchyroll thing, isn't it? Like, surely they didn't actually do this. Does it have a little preview thing if I scroll at the bottom? Not really, no. So I actually have to watch this. If this episode is skippable, if you believe this episode is skippable, like, feel free to just not watch it. Because I don't know as if there's, I mean, like, that's absolutely the worst thing someone who makes stuff should say. Like, don't watch shit I make. Golden experience. Like, I remember all of this happening. Yes, good job. I really do want to know the explanation for why this episode exists. Like, was it a filler thing? Was there a strike? Were they trying to, you know, get through, I don't know, a part in some part of history where they needed to have, like, a little extra time? Or, is it recontextualizing parts for me? Or, like, what is the function of this episode supposed to be? Someone asked me if Whataburger was a top or a bottom. Whataburger is I think it's a Texas only burger joint. It's slightly better than McDonald's. I'll be fucking real with you. It's not that great. But like people fly to Texas to get Whataburger because we make such a fucking big deal about it for no goddamn reason. So, you know, I think that makes it a top, you know, because you go out of your way to get it inside you. I'm bringing that up because we've already seen all of this shit and there's nothing else to talk about. Okay. Like, there had to have been, like, a huge break in when this originally was aired or something to make this make sense. Like, this is literally what has happened in the season so far. Yes, I'm gonna bitch about this. Still not the worst episode of JoJo. Worst episode of JoJo is, probably, like, Polnareff's creepy childhood adventure. Those episodes. That was probably the worst. This comes in second or third. I think it was a two-parter, right? I didn't notice before that the music went backwards like that. Did it do that originally? Why is Moody Jazz okay, but Moody Blues isn't? Like, how can you copyright Moody Blues? Some dumb shit right there. McDonald's. Bottom. Wendy's. Most of them are bottoms. Jack in the Box. Taco Bell. Sonic? The restaurant, not the hedgehog. Taco Cabana. Like, I feel like in all these situations, it's like, it's not something you really want to go out of your way for, but it's something you'll settle for. Like, no one goes and gets Mickey D's and they're, like, happy about the purchase. Everyone's just like, well, I'm hungry and there's nothing else, right? Like, you get Mickey D's or whatever because you gotta. I feel like Whataburger is in a unique space where that's not the case, right? Unless if I'm forgetting one. So that kind of exudes bottom energy to me, with the exception of Whataburger, because Whataburger people like go out of their way for, right? People actually go out of their way to go to places like Chili's. An Olive Garden. Denny's is like, I don't even know what to call Denny's. Denny's is like you're trying to do stuff and then like they just cover themselves in syrup and start writhing on the floor screaming and just announcing their independence from America or something. Like that I don't know what sexual position that is. But that's what Denny's would do. Waffle House is similar like that. Outside of like, I mean, grocery chains here, like we don't have that many, so you can't really do that with them. Clothing? Well, clothing gets confusing because it's like, are you confusing them with the people who live there or not? You know? Or like work there, I should say, not live there. Some people live in like clothing stores, but it's fucking weird. This episode literally doesn't matter. Like, it's almost over. This episode does not matter. I agreed to watch it for the sake of the charity. That's the only reason I'm still watching. I'll be honest. Because I've already seen this shit. This does feel like filler. Please explain. This is probably the most egregious filler I've ever seen. And I've watched One Piece. I am going to bitch about this. I know you're already writing in the comments that, why are you bitching so much? This is fucking dumb. Come on. It invalidates 13 episodes worth of content. I don't know. What's your fucking take on the whole restaurant thing? Olive Garden seems like it's kind of like Olive Garden. I feel like is It tries to pull itself off as classy and upscale, but it's fucking not. You know? Kind of like, eh. Like, I think I've only been to Olive Garden once, and like, even as someone who had not had real Italian food at the point, I was like, yeah, this is bad. Like, okay, so now we're only like a couple minutes away from the end of this thing. I can safely say that, like, this was just filler. There was no point to this. It was not to recontextualize anything. It's not like, oh, well, did you notice in the background this fucker? Like, he's doing a thing. This is just explaining what's happened already. It's not like, little did they know, over here while this was happening, and then you see it and you go back and you watch the other episodes and it's like, oh, fuck, he was there the whole time. Or something. It's literally just, this is what's happened last time. Maybe it's just because I'm in a unique position where I've been binge watching these, like, 1 or 2 episodes a day for, 1 to 3 episodes actually a day for the past, like, couple of weeks. Like, I know exactly what's happened. I guess when this originally came out, it had been a bit. Okay, well, that was a waste of time. Third worst episode, by far, because it didn't fucking matter. Worst episode of filler I've ever seen, but JoJo has gone so much lower than that. I can't think if there was any episode that was worse than Polnareff's awful adventure. Maybe someone can remember that episode. But anyway, I'll see you guys for the next one. Sorry for being such a downer on this one, but I feel like everyone's gonna probably agree with me on this. Like, this existed in order to help out people at the time who had missed or hadn't been able to binge watch it. Now that we can binge watch it, it's just kind of functionally useless, See you guys in the next one. Bye!